Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It is August 2nd, of course. You know, technically yesterday was obviously August 1st. Not technically, it was August 1st, but I don't work on Mondays. But yesterday I actually did work for a little bit. I had some a couple hours here just to kill, and honestly, it was garbage. It was bad. I think I made like $30-something. It was super slow. Like, I regretted it after I came out. I'm like, oh man, I should have just stayed home, you know. But anyways, it is 10:18 in the morning. We've been online since about 8:15, actually since 8:15, and it's been sort of busy. I think we're sitting around, if I'm not mistaken here, let me double check here real quick before I give you guys a wrong number. We are sitting at $34.25, which is honestly pretty good. We did one order here from Safeway, but it wasn't like a shop and deliver. I mean, it is a shop and deliver, but it wasn't groceries. It was just beer. Literally one 24-pack of beer. I think it was paying like $12.75. Did a Chick-fil-A order. Did actually Dunkin' Donuts order, which I'm not a huge fan of Dunkin' Donuts, but when the order came in, I'm like, I really can't pass this up. So we did a few orders here and there. Nothing crazy. We just picked up the order here for the Potbelly kids, and unfortunately, this is the last order until September. The manager told me, and I was like, oh man, that's sad. That literally breaks my heart, you know. But it is what it is, you know. So shout out to the kids and their parents for, you know, paying for this. Anyways, today's gonna be a little bit different. I have to stop my dash around 1. I gotta take my mom to a doctor's appointment. So after we're done with that, I think I'm gonna come back out around 4 or maybe 3:30. I'm not entirely sure. But we do have a $40 order secured here with Potbelly. What was funny was she told me that somebody placed a catering order through Grubhub, and she said that they've never done that before, and they've been online with Grubhub for years. So I told her, I was like, maybe it's because of the whole Amazon relationship that people are jumping into using Grubhub more. She was like, oh, maybe. But what was interesting is that even though it was placed through Grubhub, the store has to self-dispatch, like for a driver. And that's why she was like, hey, do you mind taking this? It's going like 2 miles away, $40 tip. I'm like, you had me at $40 tip. I was gonna go anywhere for that, you know. But yeah, so it basically just sounds like more work for Potbelly. But she just said, you know, they just basically bill it to Grubhub, and it's not a big deal. But the fact that they don't have a driver on staff, because if not, then she would have to do it. But then there's no manager at the store, you know. So in the end, it works out for me, so we don't have to come back there until 11:20. So yeah. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys. Oh, before I forget, man. Okay, so last year in August, I believe I went to the beach for a week, if I'm not mistaken. Man, my memory is so bad. It's the only thing that makes sense, because we only made, and I'm saying only because it's pretty low compared to, you know, other months. Let me look at it here real quick again before I give you guys bad info, because again, my memory is not the best. Let's see right here. Bam. Okay, so last year we made, in August, $3,768. So, you know, definitely less than what we normally make. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the goal the same as last month, $4,550. I am planning on going to the beach this month, but not for a whole week, just for like a weekend. So yeah. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys in a few. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off, and they were like, yeah, it's the last one. You know, so we'll see you in September. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll see you guys in September. So I guess the kids get what, like a month off, which is nice, you know, because I feel like kids need a break from like I think it's like a, you know, summer camp or whatever it is they're doing over there. But we got $20, so not bad. Now we're sitting at $54.25 for the entire dash. Currently 10:30, so I don't have to go back to Potbelly until 11:20 to pick up the order. So we got, you know, a little under an hour, I should say, to maybe do a couple more orders. So hopefully it works out, and we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, so I was driving here to the town center, and I got this offer from Sweetgreen showing $19.50. Looks like a catering order of some sort, and honestly, I didn't think much about it. I just jumped on it, and I was like, wait a minute, how am I gonna deliver this and then come back on time for the order for Potbelly? Now, if this order is not ready when I walk in there, I'm gonna have to unassign it, because it's gonna take me like 20 minutes to get to the drop off, and then 20 minutes to get back here. So it'll be right around 11:20 when I need to be here for Potbelly. So Kind of cutting it close, but I saw the dollar signs, and you know, I really couldn't say no. I can't see the items, but Sweetgreen is usually really fast. Subtotal of $255. I'm really hoping the food is ready, but the pickup time is 11 o'clock. Oh, you know what I could do also, because of where the Potbelly delivery is? I could swing by the Potbelly delivery, drop that off, and then do the order here for Sweetgreen. I don't know. I feel like I just made my life slightly more complicated than it needs to be, but at the same time, I feel like that's the only way you make more money somehow, you know, sometimes. Anyways, hopefully the food's ready when we get to Sweetgreen. I'm like two or 3 minutes away. So let's hope that if the food is ready, no problem. If the food isn't ready, it'll get a little bit trickier, but I still think it's possible to, you know, pull it off without anybody getting the food late or anything like that. So hopefully it works out. We'll see you guys in a few. Alrighty guys, so we get in there and they're packing it up. They're done. They're just packing it up, double checking everything. They give me 3 huge bags, one literally full of bowls or whatever you call them, one full of drinks. Now we're 15 minutes away, so we're gonna get there at 11:03. Okay, 11:03, and it's gonna be perfect because after I'm gonna pause my dash and then head towards Potbelly. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out fine, unless we have some crazy complicated drop off, which I don't believe we do. Just please go into the office, Suite 200. So no problem there. It's gonna work out, and I'm really hoping that we get more than $19.50. If we don't, I mean, it's nice cash flow and whatnot. But the order is $255 worth of food, so let's hope it's a banger. And again, I don't know why, you know, they gave me the order. I mean, I'm not complaining, but for the people that are saying that acceptance rating gives you better orders, my acceptance rating right now, let me take a screenshot here real quick, because it's a little high actually. Well, not a little, but it's 8%. 8%. I think it was 3% last time I showed you guys. So again, I know that some areas that are already experiencing, just based on talking to John McCallion in Cali, he feels like he's already getting not the best offers because they're giving them to the top dashers. And you know what that got me thinking? I wonder how many dashers are actually top dashers. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like you cannot survive, at least in my market, taking 275s, 350s, taking those garbage orders. I feel like there's no way you could live off that. So it got me thinking, like, I wish somehow we knew, like, what percentage of dashers are actually top dashers. You know what I mean? Or like the full-time percentage versus a part-time and whatnot. You know, I feel like it's a lot of data that, of course, we're probably never gonna see. But I feel like top dashers are not as many as we think, if that makes any sense. Or perhaps more. Maybe like in more like rural areas where, you know, it's not as basic, so you have to take, you know, bad orders per se, for lack of a better word. I don't know, kind of rambling, but let me know. Give me guys your thoughts. What percentage would you guys say of dashers are top dashers overall? Or maybe in your market. How about just your market? If you guys take a guess, you know? And if you're a top dasher, do you think you would make less money if you weren't top dasher? Let me know. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys when we're coming back to Potbelly. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. It had a $23 payout. Let's go. I was hoping for a little bit more, not gonna lie. I think the subtotal was $255 and they tipped $15, the rest all being base pay. But you know what? It could always be worse. It could have stayed the same, you know, so no complaints. Now, we're sitting at $77.25 here for the entire dash. We're making our way back to Potbelly, and the best part about this is that we're going to be exactly arriving around 11:20 or so, which is when I need to be there. Hopefully, there's plenty of parking, but I'm happy to know we're going to make at least $40 more, so definitely will be over $100 for sure after we drop this off. And then we're going to have basically, I think, a little under an hour to just keep dashing before I got to go home and take my mom to the doctor's appointment. So it's going to work out great. And then we're probably going to come out again around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I think we should have a $200 plus type of day. I'm hoping. Anyways, let me get this picked up here at Potbelly, and we'll see you guys in a few. Alrighty guys, so we got here to Potbelly. The food was not ready quite yet, but I waited like two or 3 minutes, and then she gave me the receipt, and I looked at the address. It's going to the Amazon building. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, 1000% is the Amazon building. So maybe it's Amazon using Grubhub. you know, because it's free. I don't know. But we're only 8 minutes away, and this one had a subtotal of $233, but they tipped $40, right? So I got, you know, 2 Andrew Jacksons, $40. And then the last one from Sweetgreen had a subtotal of $255, and they only tipped 15 plus the base pay or whatever. So, you know, I'm not trying to say there should have been more, but they got a lot of food. I'm just saying. Anyways, it's currently 11:30, so by the time we drop it off, it'll be 11:40. We're gonna be 5 minutes early. I'm probably gonna call them when I get there, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask me to just leave it in the little, like they have like a little cart for all the food delivery. So I think that's where it's gonna go. But I still think it's interesting that even though they place it through Grubhub basically just passed it on to the merchant, meaning Potbelly, wash their hands, and that was it. So that's kind of interesting. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys in a few. Alrighty, guys, we got the order dropped off. Now we're sitting at $117.25. Potbelly coming into the clutch today, and of course, even Doordash has come through clutch for sure, 100%. Now it's pretty much dead. I'm not getting any orders. It's 11:45 right now. Oh, look at that! It's weird. It says that I'm paused, but what? That was weird. It said that I was paused. But I just resumed my dash. How could I be paused when I just resumed the dash? I don't know. Doordash always playing games whenever they pause you and whatnot. So let me refresh the app. Cool. Now I'm getting some bad offers. No problem. It's 11:45, so we basically got like I want to say 40 minutes before I have to go home and take my mom to her appointment. It's a 20-minute drive to my house from Reston, so I'm only gonna dash till about 12:40. So realistically, if I don't get an order by like 12:20, I might as well just call it a day then. Because there's no way that I could complete one and then make it on time, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to make my way back towards the town center, and we'll see you guys, hopefully, on the next order. Alrighty, guys. So it's currently 4:54. Now, after the clip of me getting the Potbelly order delivered, I went back and actually did one more order here off screen from Chick-fil-A. I think it was showing 8:50, stayed at 8:50, then I went home. You know, took my mom to the doctor, and then, you know, I took like a mini nap. I woke up, and I don't know why my eyes red. I think my eyes still red, even though I've been awake for a while now. But, anyways, we've been here since about 4:45, and it's been kind of dead. But we just picked up our first order here of the new shift from Chipotle, showing 725, 7 items. I think it's going almost 4 miles, but I think it's going to be a nice little order here. And again, even if it's not, just something to get the ball rolling, to, you know, to get the blood flowing again, because it took a longer break than I wanted. Oh, man. But I still think we can do over 200. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, so we got the order dropped off from Chipotle. I think it became $7.75. Then we got this one right here from Noodles & Company, $8. Really couldn't pass for the cash flow. I think it's $8, less than 4 miles. We just got that one dropped off. So I think we're sitting around like 140, I think, for the entire shift, which honestly isn't too bad. It is 5:30, so, you know, kind of running out of time here, but, you know, it is what it is. So hopefully we can at least do 200. Like I said, we got plenty of time to hopefully do 200, if not more, but we could really use a banger right about now. You know what I mean? Anyways, we'll see you guys. Alrighty, guys, as we're pulling back into the town center, we got this offer here from North Italia. Couple of items, $6.25, less than a mile. They could literally walk there if they wanted to. That's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to park the car, and I'm going to walk it from North Italia to their apartment. Super close. Plus, that place has like no parking anyway, so it makes more sense to do that anyways. But yeah, so that should take us about, assuming that the food is ready, less than 5 minutes maybe. If the food is ready. If the food isn't ready, it could take us a little bit longer, but if the food is ready, then yeah, we're looking like at a, you know, less than 7 minutes probably. And I see our parking spot, which is even better, so we're not gonna have to, you know, fuss for parking or anything. But yeah, anyways, currently 5:43. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, we got the order dropped off from North Italia, and the funny part was that I got there so early that I was like, why is this taking so long? And I got there, I think it was like 5:45. Pickup time was 5:55, so I was like 10 minutes early. So in my mind, I'm like, wow, it's taking a long time. And then I realized, wait a minute, it's not. I'm just super early. But I think I waited maybe 2-3 minutes past the pickup time. Then we walked it over because it's so close. So we got, I think, $8.25, less than a mile. So you know what? That's a great order, to be honest. Then we made it back to the car. It got really slow. I think it's been about 15 minutes since we last dropped off the order. And then we got this one right here from Five Guys, showing $7.25, 6 items. I think it's a little under 4 miles. I saw the 6 items and I'm like, you know what? This could be a mini banger or a banger, because Five Guys is kind of pricey. You can spend a pretty penny without wanting to real fast at Five Guys. So I'm kind of hoping they stack it or something, because there's a lot of restaurants close by. Realistically, I don't know if we're gonna hit $200 because it's already 6:15 and we're only going until 7:30. But I guess it's technically possible, you know. So we'll see. I'm gonna definitely try my very best. I know that if I didn't have to take my mom to the doctor today, I definitely could have made more than 200, because I think we were off for like what, 3-4 hours, because I got off at 12:30, I think. Didn't get back on until like 4:45. So yeah, definitely a significant gap, but you know, life happens. And if anything, I'm super thankful that I can just drop what I'm doing, take my mom to the doctor, or run errands, or whatever I need to do. You know, a nice flexibility that most W2 jobs don't really have, you know. So anyways, let's hope that the food is ready here at Five Guys. Maybe they stack it, who knows? Maybe it's a banger, who knows? But I'm pretty confident that after we drop this off, we might get a Fintai. We're not going to be that far from Fintai, and Fintai can give you some bangers. Anyways, we'll see you guys in a few. Alrighty guys, so we got the order picked up here. Now we only have a 9-minute drive, 3.5 miles away. It does have a subtotal of like $65, so maybe a little bit on top, you never know. I don't know what's going on with this person right here. I hate people that park, and this guy's a dasher, so that kind of bugs me. There's plenty of to-go parking that's literally like, I don't know, a 5-second walk, yet they park in the middle of the road. So annoying. And I've done that before, you know, I get that. If I know for a fact that I'm going to be in and out, and at Five Guys, you do not know for a fact that you're going to be in and out just like that. There's no way. There's no way. That's like a Sweetgreen kind of thing. Maybe Potbelly. That's basically it. But anyways, when I was in the Five Guys, we were having a nice conversation. They were talking about their first jobs, and it got me thinking about my first job. And I know I've asked this question in the past in the channel, but it was a long time ago. We had a lot less subscribers. So guys, what was your first job? My first job was, I worked at McDonald's when I was 15 years old. I hated it, absolutely hated it, because no one spoke English, or at least no one spoke English well enough. So like, if there was ever any argument with a customer, like I was like the de facto translator, and I would have to basically be like a manager, quote unquote, when I was like 15, and it was awful. Plus, they were always understaffed, and then what I hated the most about it is that I could never leave on time. Like I'm like, hey, it's my time to go, and they would always tell me like, oh, it's busy, stay a little longer, you know. It got to the point where I would just literally clock out. It's like, yo, it's 4 o'clock, I'm out, you know. But yeah, definitely not the best way to, you know, I guess be introduced into the workforce. But it was my fault. I've told the story a few times, but you know, I'll tell it again for the people that maybe, you know, were not here back then. But at the time, I was dating this girl, right? And this is back in the day when, you know, you had like unlimited texts and calls like after 9 p.m. or whatever, you know. And I thought that I had unlimited all the time. Like I thought we had the unlimited plan, you know, whatnot. So when we go to pay, because I would, you know, help my mom with the bills or whatever, I wanted to go pay the phone bill. The phone bill was $2,000, you know, and I would do like, you know, like paying over the phone with a machine or whatever. And my mom was like, oh yeah, so I was like, yeah, the bill's the same, you know, it's all good, no problem. And I just knew that I was buying time basically, because I knew that at one point it was going to come out that we didn't pay the phone bill, and then it was some insane amount. And yeah, man, that was so silly, like looking back, you know. But you know, I was 15. You boy was in love back in the day. I think we would like fall asleep talking on the phone and whatnot, and then that phone kept racking up minutes, you know. But yeah, basically I thought it was 3 minutes after 9, which it was, but I didn't have unlimited texting. I think I had like 700 texts. This is a long time ago, you know. Nowadays, like unlimited texting, unlimited calling is like basically included in every single plan. But yeah, so my bill was astronomically high. So my mom was like, "You're gonna get a job. You're gonna pay me back," and that's exactly what happened. So the entire summer, I don't think I saw a single penny, because I spent it all paying my mom back. Yeah, she was not happy. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys in a few. Alrighty, guys, we got the order dropped off from Five Guys, and then I was hoping to get something from Fintai. No luck, but we did get our first order here from Safeway, our first shop and deliver order, and it's going to be our last order of the night also because we're running out of time. But it was showing 10 items, a $17.54 payout, which basically tells me it's not going to move from that. So I'm kind of curious to see how much the tip was and the basement, all that stuff. I think it was going less than 3 miles. We jumped on it. We finished pretty quick, actually. Nothing but juices, apple juice, orange juice, watermelon juice, all kinds of juices, and some chips or whatever. A couple of hiccups. There were some items they didn't have, but luckily they had substitutions. And for the one where there wasn't a substitution available, the customer was actually really responsive. So that was nice. We're only 2 minutes away now, and I'm pretty confident that after this, we're going to just, be out of time. It's already like 7, yeah, so it's already 7:10. So after this, we're done. We're done. I'm not entirely sure where we're going to end up, but we'll see you guys in a few. Alrighty, guys, we got the order dropped off, and it had a $4.79 tip. So I've started to see a little trend here. Not always, but for the most part, I think my worst tips are from shop and delivery orders. It's basically all base pay, which I think is kind of shocking because I feel like if there's going to be a person that's going to shop for my groceries, I feel like you would tip more. But then maybe they're paying some crazy high delivery fees, so that's why they don't want to tip as much. I really don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go and check out the app here and just pretend to order something and see what it looks like. But yeah, so we're gonna finish today's dash here at $174.54, which honestly I think is pretty respectable considering we didn't last nearly as long as we normally do, averaging a nice $26 an hour. Of course, that's mostly carried from the morning because we had a lot of bangers in the morning, but nighttime wasn't that bad either, to be honest. Shout out to Potbelly though from the cash tips. We got them right here, $60 cash tips today. Nice. Anyways, not a bad way to start here the month of August. Again, the goal is going to be the same as last month, 4,550, mainly because for whatever reason, I think it's because I went to the beach last year, my August was kind of weak, so I'm like, you know what, we need to have a goal that we can, it's kind of hard to achieve, but at the same time realistic, basically like last month's goal. So hopefully we can do that, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys be safe. Peace.